Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to the channel for this, a very different kind of video. Yes, this video is not a vlog, it's a talking video. Basically, I'm going to be sat here talking to you for however long I have breath to talk to you for, so if you don't like the sound of my voice or don't like that kind of video, this probably isn't the one for you. Alright, so for this video, I want to sit down and have a candid chat with you. So we're going to be going through looking at my first impressions, looking at different areas like the embarkation, the cabin, the entertainment, the food, and everything in between. But to give you a summary, it's a bit of a mixed bag. I didn't expect that, but we're going to get into the reasons why as the video goes on. So at the time of recording, this is day 2 of my 5-night cruise on Ambition. We're going up, we're doing some German Christmas markets. How isn't that nice, even though this video is coming to come out way after Christmas. I do apologise for that. Let's start where the cruise began, with the embarkation. So after arriving at the cruise terminal, it was a very quick process to actually get through onto the ship. Dropped the luggage off, straight through security, straight through to check-in, took a little picture, straight through, got the card, and we're on. Didn't take any more than 5 minutes. Absolutely fantastic, flew straight through. Once we were on the ship, they directed us straight to the rooms, which is great because normally they try and get you to go to the muster station first. But the muster drill was a bit different, we'll get into that. But in terms of embarkation, I've got to give it a 10 out of 10. Yes, I'm going to be rating things I've just decided as well. There's nothing I can fault with the embarkation process. It was flawless, so 10 out of 10. Obviously, once I was on board, the first place I went to was the cabin, which is where I'm sat right now, cabin 9056. Now, this is an inside cabin, probably the most basic cabin you can get. And if you want to see more about this cabin, I will have a full cabin tour coming out in 2 weeks' time. If the scheduling works, it should be 2 weeks after this one. The cabin tour should be coming out. Now, when I booked the cruise, I didn't specify where I wanted to go. So I'm not going to mark it down for the location or anything, although I have nothing bad to say about the location. It's actually in a fairly good location, apart from the noise I heard behind me. I don't know what that was all about, but I've literally never heard that before, so I don't know why it started. It's a fairly basic cabin. It's probably the most basic cabin you can get on here. But you know what? It does the job. It's got the facilities, it's got the TV. It hasn't got a fridge. Wish it had a fridge, it'd be nice. There is a space for a fridge, but they put towels in there instead. Got no real complaints about the cabin. It's really clean and everything, which is good. The beds are comfy, which is good. Oh, sorry, I'll tap this one. Beds are comfy, so that's the main thing. One thing to note about the cabin, I don't know whether to mark it down a little bit for this, but we'll go through it and see. So when I booked the cruise, you log on to like the My Check-in thing. I think it's called My Ambassador. I can't remember what it is, but it's something when you go in and set all your preferences and put in your information. And I selected that I wanted a double bed because I'm here by myself. There's no reason I wouldn't have a double bed. I thought it'd be nice. Obviously, you can see that I have twin beds. So something went wrong there. I'm not entirely sure. Now, I'm not going to be marking down on that because, to be fair, I spoke to my cabin steward this morning. I didn't raise it because it's not that big a deal. I can sleep in a single bed. It's absolutely fine. And I'm sure that if I did raise it, they probably would change it to a double. So it's not that big a deal. A few little niggles, I guess, with the cabin. One is the aircon. So the aircon just sort of goes on. There's no way to turn it off. So it does kind of always have this kind of blowing sound coming out of it. It's not the end of the world. It's just I struggle to get to sleep, so it kind of interferes with that a little bit. Nothing really bad to say about the cabin. It's very basic, but you know what? It does the job. So if I had to give marks for the cabin, it's a tough one. It's a tough one. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm going to sit at a 7. A solid 7. You know what? Does the job. Got no complaints at all. So we're going to move on to the next section, which is probably where a lot of the kind of mixed reviews come from. Now, just for some context, before we get into this, I've only eaten at the buffet, and there are reasons for that. We'll get into that a bit later on. And I am gluten-free as well, so I can only eat things that are gluten-free. So that is going to sway my judgments a little bit. But let's start off with the food quality, because the food quality is fantastic. You know what? There isn't a single thing on here that I've eaten that I haven't thought is absolutely amazing. You know what? Their salads are amazing. I had a beautiful seafood salad yesterday. I had a lovely salad today. I think it was a ham and asparagus salad. It was absolutely amazing. All the food, the quality is amazing. It's absolutely fantastic. No complaints against the quality at all. The selection is a little bit of a different story. Now, this is kind of a difficult one to sort of judge, because obviously we're on a smaller ship. So proportionally, there would be a less selection because they're not going to have a massive buffet to fill. The buffet area is very small. It seems very small for the size of the ship, and it tends to be mirrored as well. So they seem to duplicate everything. So realistically, you get maybe 3 or 4 stations to choose food from. Now, my story is a little bit different because I am gluten-free. So this does restrict what I can eat even more. They do have a gluten-free section. There is a tiny little section. I've only ever seen 2 things on there. One of them is always kind of bread, and then you've got normally a dessert as well. So they have a dessert that they put over there as well. In terms of alternative food, so like gluten optional food, in terms of like gluten-free pastas and stuff, I haven't seen any. It's kind of just a case of if it has gluten in it, it has. If it hasn't, it hasn't. So this is true of the buffet. Also on the menus as well for restaurants, so it's kind of a full thing. I have read reviews saying that you can order gluten-free alternative stuff in the restaurants, but you have to do it like 24 hours in advance and pre-order for the next day or something. I can't really comment on that. I haven't tried it. I don't really like the idea of going through that. I just want to kind of eat and be happy and enjoy the holiday. So I haven't tried that, so I can't comment on whether that is the case or not. So essentially that is why I'm eating just in the buffet. Yeah, it's a difficult one because the quality is really good, but the selection is maybe more limited. It's definitely more limited than, say, when I was on Morella. So the first gluten-free one was the last cruise I went on, and they had a much bigger selection. They'd have a gluten-free lasagna. They'd have, if you went to the restaurant, you know, you could order like a pasta, like a fettuccine alfredo, and they cook it with gluten-free pasta. And it was like, that was really good. They don't seem to do that on here. It seems to be more limited, which is a bit of a shame, and it does limit what I can eat. So yeah, in terms of the facilities, obviously every time I've gone to the buffet, if you've watched the vlog series, you've seen it. It's just kind of been a nightmare. There's been nowhere to sit, which is kind of a combination of a few different things, I think. The first thing is probably the opening time. So I'm just going to grab my order board here, just to make sure I get the times right. There is a 2-hour window between breakfast and lunch where the buffet is closed. There is an hour break between lunch and tea, where it shuts, and then there is an hour and a half between tea and dinner where it shuts again. So it's shut a lot more than, say, other cruise lines. Additionally, we are on a cold itinerary, so obviously everyone wants to be inside because sitting outside is absolutely freezing. So you've got a lot more people crammed inside, which obviously limits the space as well. There are some chairs and stuff outside, and again, if you've watched the vlog series, you've seen I've sat out there. Is it pleasurable? No. No, it's not, because it's freezing. And all of the food, I remember I had breakfast this morning, which was, had a cooked breakfast, but by the time I got outside, it was freezing, but it was kind of the only place I could sit, so that's what I did. So that is a little bit of a letdown in that regard. Again, a lot of people have complained. I've heard a lot of people complaining about it, that they can't get seats in the buffet and stuff. So it is a very small area. Considering how many people are on the ship, and then with the condensed opening hours, probably doesn't help either. So whilst that doesn't affect the quality of the food, it does affect the experience of it. So what would I give the food? It's a difficult one. The quality of the food, I'm going to have to give it an 8 out of 10. The actual experience of getting the food and the facilities of getting the food, probably a 7 or a 6 maybe. So the one thing to note that I do like is that when you go to the buffet and they've got like the hot plates where they've got all the food, they've got lids that go on the top, which I think is pretty cool for like sanitary reasons and like trying to keep the food warm. The problem is that there's nowhere to put the lids. So when you take the lid off, there's like nowhere to put it. And people don't put the lids back on and they just end up everywhere. So, I mean, that's not ideal, but the theory is really good. They also do write, so they don't have labels, but they actually write. So there's a bit of glass above where the food is, and they actually write on there what it is, and they write the allergens as well, which is pretty good. I'm able to see what I'm able to eat, so that's pretty good. So that's the food. Remember, this is just my first impressions. I haven't really experienced it yet. Obviously, I've only been on here 2 days, so that might change later on, and we will be reviewing this at the end of the cruise to give you my final thoughts as well. But for now, that's where the food sits. All right, let's move on to the entertainment. Now, this is, again, a little bit of a mixed bag as well. It's kind of a trend with this cruise, is that everything's a bit of a mixed bag. For context, I'm going to show you. So this, again, is our All Aboard, which is our magazine. If you look at the back here, if I can get this to line up with the camera, I can't see what I'm doing. That is all of the events that they have going on for the day. Now, it doesn't look like a lot. I don't think it is a lot. You can rule a lot of these out as well, because a lot of these are like unhosted events, you know, that they've got. There's like a solo unhosted event. There's a card players meetup that's unhosted. So does that count as stuff? I don't think it does. Now, the best test of this was today, because today was a sea day, and normally on a sea day they put on loads of activities to keep everyone entertained, whereas today I didn't feel like there was a lot going on. Not really. Let me just take you through this and see what we've got going on. So we've got like some stuff in the gym in the morning, so we've got like meditation, like fun fitness, like fitness classes going on. Got a bit of trivia, they got bingo, got some live music. They got quite a lot of live music, actually, to be fair. There's a lot of live music going on. A couple of challenges. They've got obviously a show, so they do a show that they repeat twice in the theatre, and then like a karaoke and stuff. So there is stuff going on, but it's noticeably less as I'm going around. And maybe it's just me. I just kind of feel like people are just kind of sitting around, kind of just waiting for stuff. Like there's not like stuff going on all the time. That might just be me. I know some people do like to just sit down, have a drink and chat. Maybe that's just me. It just doesn't seem like there is a lot going on, that's all. So we've got that. What about the entertainment they do have? Well, I've been to both the shows. They've both been production shows. So by the on-ship singers and dancers, should we say. And they were very good. They were quite long, to be fair. So the one I went to yesterday was like 50 minutes long, which is probably the longest one I've been to. They had another one today they were singing all different love songs. It was quite good. I really enjoyed it, actually, to be fair. So the quality there was fairly high. Again, the theatre, they're doing 2 shows. It's completely rammed in there. It's difficult to find a seat. It's a similar situation to the buffet. I think this is kind of the theme that's going on, is kind of like there's not enough room for people to do what they want to do. There's not enough room for people in the buffet. There's not enough room in the theatre. That's kind of where the mixed bag comes in, because obviously they're putting these shows on and they're good, but then you can't really get to them and you can't really enjoy it, because then you've got people, you know, blocking your view and sitting in front of you. So again, it's a bit of a mixed bag. How would I score it? Well, again, it's a difficult one because the quality seems quite high, but then the kind of experience is kind of dampened by these other things. I think it's going to have to sit at 7. I don't really know where else. It's good, but it has some flaws, should we say. And there we go. That is my first impressions of a few key areas around the ship. How do I feel about it overall? It's a mixed bag. That's kind of the only way I can describe it. It feels like something's missing, and I can't quite figure out what it is. It's like we're here, we're on a ship, but it doesn't feel like a cruise in a sense. It kind of feels more like okay, normally when you're on a cruise, the ship is a destination, you know, and it's like the sea days are great because you're on the ship. This it feels not really like that in a sense. Like in some ways it does, and in some ways it doesn't. It just feels like we're on the ship to get to Hamburg, which we are, but we can also enjoy the sea day and enjoy the ship and do everything on the ship. It just feels a bit different. I don't know whether it's because like subconsciously I know it's different because it's my first time here. It's hard to kind of describe it. Guys, I appreciate you listening to my thoughts, my little rambles about the ship. You know what, I love cruising, I love going on these ships, and you know what, coming on a different cruise line, it's something special. It's a little bit different in it, because it's completely different, and I think that it's interesting and it's exciting and it's fun and I'm having a great time.